DGNRadio, trenches on the radio. Radio. DGNRadio, trenches on the radio. Yo, static hits like a corner store prophet. Spitting truth through the speaker, no profit. 92 BPM, knocking boots on the concrete. Why the feds trace signals they can't delete. Horn stab cut, that's the truth in the cut. Crypto flickering green while the world's on shut. Ain't no playlist, this a frequency war. Tune in or vanish like cash through a door. DJ radio, stretches on the radio. Radio. Stretches on the radio, stretches on the radio. Radio. DJ radio, stretches on the radio. Radio. Stretches on the radio, stretches on the radio. Radio. Stretches on the radio, stretches on the 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 radio.
Hello guys and welcome to the Beans Bulletin. This is a Beans and Bologna production and I'm your host Shane Burkett. Today we've got an amazing group of projects. The projects here been selected to come in today to showcase themselves, showcase the trusted and the loyal projects that you should be investing your money in today. You know, longevity persists with most of these projects, and there is also a couple of projects in here that are relatively new to the space. You know, it's all about the networking and it's about collecting that tight-knit group of trusted individuals and bringing everyone together to network. Whereas in the space at the moment, there's a lot of people who are what I deem as untrustworthy. And it's about keeping circles tight and introducing good people to good people. As you can see, you know, down below, we've got some amazing projects here. We've got Play with Paul, and we've got Memes AI with Joe. We've got Kitty with Bo, and then we've got Capybara with Alex and Mama. So this is going to be absolutely epic. What we're wanting to do today is we're wanting to go over the key aspects of each project. As everyone's aware, you know, from past shows, it's all about giving you the information quick and easy. You know, no kind of chatting shit, basically. You know, it's getting the point across and telling you why you should come into their community and take the time, educate yourself, and potentially invest into that particular token. I would like to basically first of all start off with you, Kitty. You know, we've known each other for quite a while now in the space, and
Yeah.
you know, I just wanted to talk to you, like, what do you feel like the main difficulty is in the space at the moment for yourself personally and as a whole?
I, for us in our project, what we're finding is difficult is that everyone seems to be maybe like burnt out or disheartened about how the markets went over the past year, and that it's quiet at the moment. Even our community, our members that used to talk every day have gone quiet. So I think the hardest thing for us is getting people to want to talk and hang out. And it doesn't even have to be about crypto, but just like building relationships with each other is what we're, you know, wanting to happen, but it's just kind of quiet. It's quiet. Is everyone finding it to be quiet, or like even in other people's chats that I'm in, there's not like a lot of banter. It's like people seem disheartened.
For me personally, I completely agree with you. It's actually something that comes up very often as what people say. You know, when I ask them what difficulties they face, it's all about the motivation. It's about, you know, people tend to think, am I doing something wrong as a dev or as a project
Yeah,
because I've just not got the interest there? And it's simply not true. Like you as a dev could do everything possible. And I think it's just the space as a whole. It's just got to the point now where there's so much upset and disappointment in the behaviors of people. And I think
yeah,
it's just taken an effect to anybody new coming in. Um, Also, obviously, with Pump Fun, it's a difficult thing to get over something like that because you often see people moving to the next shiny thing, and then they
yeah,
come back with the tail between the legs like a couple of weeks later when they've fully clipped a bag to try and make money so quickly, and then they realize, it's 99.9% chance that it's going to end in failure. So no, that's totally understandable, and I completely agree with you. Um, just so people are aware, you're situated on base, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. We're on base. We were on Pepu Unchained, but they shut down the platform that we were on, and then wanted us to move to Arbitrum with them. But we did some research and decided that base was the right place for us. So we went there with Token Forge Launchpad. Um, and they've been absolutely amazing. They've looked after us. They've helped us make images. Um, Helped us in our pre-sale. They made custom content for us, custom contract. So yeah, Token Forge has been amazing, and we're so happy that we chose them to go to base.
Yeah, they're an amazing group of people over there. Like when we first
Yeah,
met, it was me doing work with a group of bass projects, wasn't it? I came
yeah,
up with an idea in trying to kind of make bass stand out as a whole, and you know, through a bad experience for myself with a particular project in the past, um, we were actually be able to build a relationship with a group of bass projects, and you were one of those individuals where we made a difference for charitable organizations, especially Crypto for Her, which is a big shout
yeah.
out to them, by the way. An amazing, amazing project. Um, so, yeah, like I'm really, really happy that you've come on to here representing bass with a load of
Thank you
Solana
for the
projects.
invitation.
No,
We're
no,
really
no.
excited to be here and hang out with like-minded people, people that care about other people. It's not just about what money they can make, and they're not scrambling over people to do whatever they can. And doing things for charity, I think, is so important. We When we first made our project, we were talking to Burgers. If you guys know, that is from Base, and he does a lot of charity work for getting food for hungry children. And when he was saying that he's doing that, I was like, oh my god, like that is what I want to do with this project. Like I want to be able to do charity and help how I can, especially like cats. I want to be able to help cats. So we've like donated to local pet shelter that does like medical adoption, like all different things. We also done Crypto for Her. Massive shout out to them. They did books and bags and shoes last time that we donated, but currently they're getting desks for children. So we're donating to them again this month. Um, Obviously, we a very small token. We're only 20K, so it's a lot of us holding the floor and raising the funds, and maybe like a community of like 10 active people that talk.
Mm,
But we still hold the floor at 20K. So I think that's pretty good considering we were a pre-sale. So a lot of the pre-sales sold once we launched, which apparently happens all the time. And that's normal. So we just have to like retain and build new connections to get new people into the project. And we want kind people. We don't want people that are just here for the quick pump. We want people that understand that it's long term, that we're here to stay and build as we go, rather than try and push out for a massive pump and then everyone leaves and then there's nothing left for the project. That's not what we want.
no, I'm so glad that you mentioned that because, longevity is key and you
Yeah,
don't want people playing around with the charts. And we experienced that at Beans, like Franco left the project idle for 2 years, when we're at 4K market cap. And what that did was it gave community members an opportunity, and it actually rewarded the community members who stuck by the project, because it's so
Yeah.
easy to go from a 4K market cap to a 100K market cap, and they'll be able to take something off the table than it is going from a 100K market cap to a million. It's there's a
Yeah.
there's a big difference. But like I say, this is an opportunity for the community members of all these projects in here today to basically come over and take a look at your project, and also just join your Telegram. I mean, they don't have to buy a token, but just go in there, say hello, and cross pollinate communities. It's
Yeah, for
powerful.
sure.
So, do you want to just
Definitely.
kind of give like a bit of a description of what you've got going on, highlight the key points and what you've got coming in the short term?
Yeah, sure. So we are Kitty with Bo or with B, and we are on base. We started as just a meme token because I wanted a cat token. Um, and I'm really new to crypto. My husband Duck is our dev, and he's been in crypto for like 12 years. So he's been trying to get me to join over for a while. And then told me I could have a cat token. So I was, all right, here I am, and now I'm hooked. So we've gone from a meme into a token that has bots on Telegram, so you can get like your buy bot, your notification bot with all different statistics, market cap, burn events, etc. And then we also have a perfume bot where you can go in and purchase different projects logos on perfume. So we have spray and rollers, and we have about 20 different projects that are signed up to us as a collab. And the cool thing about the collab is that we actually give them 40% of the profit to go back into their project. So they can have it as a burn, or they can have it as to go into their treasury if they want to use it for future events, etc. So we provide that for base projects at the moment, but we are in the future looking to collab with other projects outside of base. We just got to figure out the logistics to make sure that we can do the burn and all that easily when people pay for the fragrance. But yeah, so we have fragrance, we have bots, and then we have NFTs. The NFTs we did with the NFT Boots. He helped develop our whole set. And the really cool thing about our NFTs is that they're actually upgradable. So you can purchase 3 uncommon NFTs and then upgrade them into a common. And then you have 3 common, you can upgrade them into a rare, and it just keeps going. So you have the chance of guaranteed legendary rather than just the chance at it. So we're really excited about the NFTs. So some little statistics about us. We are at 22K market cap at the moment. Our liquidity is steady, and it's been locked for 2 years. And we have 2 years of staking, but we're about 8 months into the project now. So it's obviously not 2 years to go still. But we have currently 643 million with B staked. So as much as we have a community that is quiet, we have a community that is staking, and that's good. Good news, because that they're holders. They might not have a lot to say, but they're holding on with knowing that we're here for a long term. And we have also burnt 4% of our supply, because we have burnathons every month where you can burn and get rewards for burning. We also have burn when you buy fragrance, so some of the profit goes into burning. And we had a couple of different burn events where you could burn 500K and you get an NFT as well. So we have lots of different things for burning, because we just think that burning is amazing for a way to bring your coin value up permanently, in the fact that you've reduced your supply. And for the future, so we're currently working on Gabby. Gabby is our notification bot, and that will be available to projects inside of Token Forge first, and then it'll be available to all different projects, starting on base, and we may move to other platforms as well. So the great thing about our notification is that it can be completely customized. So you can have your images, your name, your emojis. Like you can completely set it up so that it suits your token. And we found that there's a lot of notification bots that don't let you do that. They will advertise all the time in your chat, putting up posts and wanting to have advertisement at the bottom of every post. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be making it so that it's focused on your project, not ours. So yeah, that's the main things about with B. We're a two-man team, just Duck and I, or John, and I'm Kitty. My middle name's Kitty, so I go by Kitty. He's John, and yeah, we're just like really excited to be doing this together because there's a lot of people out there that say they would love to have a partner to do it with, and we're just blessed that we have each other.
Yeah, I completely agree. It would be nice to have a partner to do it with, but my partner absolutely detests that I'm in crypto, so that is never going to happen for me, unfortunately. But um,
Yeah, see, I hated it. I was like, no way, I'm not doing crypto. And then he's like, did you know that you can make your own token, a cat token? I was like, what? I can have a cat token? And then,
you love
yeah,
it now.
yeah, now I'm just like all about it. I'm still learning every day. I'm sure most people are still learning every day. But I remember at first when I would listen into a call like this, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't understand what an LP was, what it meant to have liquidity, an MC, all these like words that people are saying. And now, like, it's crazy listening in and like it doesn't just go over the top of my head. Like, I actually know what people are talking about now.
No, it's like I say, you do learn quickly when you get around, people, and like I still learn now. Like I don't believe there's one person in here who doesn't learn something different every day or every week about the
Yeah,
space from others, and that's what the importance is of getting around good people because you know that you're going to be led into a positive direction through what you're getting
yeah,
educated. Um, just looking at your chart, obviously your chart over the next, like over the last couple of days is taken up. You are fluctuating up and down, but you've got 244 holders as well. So like you have got people there still sticking around, and that's great.
yeah,
It's just like I say, I wouldn't feel too upset about how quiet, maybe your Telegram is at this moment in time, because I just think it's the space in general. The other projects will talk about their experiences as well. But I just really, really appreciate you coming on today and giving, basically showcasing the project. Can you just go over what it was that you put into our Beans Telegram in case other projects might want it? Because I thought that was absolutely brilliant. The events.
Oh, Eve, the event planner. So she is an event planning bot where you can put in either a once-off chat, so you can say it's on Spaces or StreamYard or whatever platform that you like to do your chat on, and then people can click on it and say that they want to attend, and it will send them a notification to remind them that this event is coming up. So we have that option, and then we also have the campaign option inside it. So if you're doing like a shill contest or a meme contest or something like that, you can put in the whole event and it will display each day saying that this campaign is still happening. This is the dates of it, and here's a link to the post that describes all the details. Um, sorry. Oh, and it's got like a configuration page where you set it to your time zone or the time zone that you prefer for your chat. You can set up all different things like having daily notifications on, having a daily summary on, how often you want it to remind you, or when you want it to remind you that the event is happening. So yeah, she's called Eve. She's still in beta, but she's had a lot of updates and is functioning really well. So if any of you are interested in it, I can definitely get you hooked up with it. It's free, and shortly there will be the ability to pay $20 to upgrade it to a customizable Eve. So it will be, instead of our images coming up, you can add your own images, etc. So yeah.
Sounds good for $20. I just want to kind of just highlight what she just said then. So Kitty will actually come into your Telegram and talk you through the setup, and it is really, really good. And I I know Joe who's in here, and he's so bad for timekeeping, it's unreal. So he could probably do with it himself, just so he
Yeah.
knows where he needs to be.
That's what's up, Shane. Thank you for that. Good looking out.
But no, I just want to say hi to Duck as well. How you doing, mate? Great work, guys.
I-
It's not easy, in the space as a whole,
He's
and
walking around.
yeah, he's fine. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. You're building good relationships, and obviously people are using your utility. You said you shared it with over 20 projects, the stuff that you're building. So it's got a purpose, and it's got, and
Yeah.
people are enjoying it. So just keep doing what you're doing, and we'll look forward to hearing you soon. I just want to ask anybody if anyone's got any questions, if that's all right. Joe, have you got any questions, mate?
No, huh?
Paul, have you got anything or any feedback?
Not really. She explained it pretty well. I'll have to take a look at it,
Yeah,
Thank
no, this
you.
could this could be ideal for play. I don't know if you've got anything like this for play in terms of scheduling your even your poker events in a Telegram like this.
Well, I think Diego has a few things in there for the bots, but I could certainly tell him to look into it
Yeah, no,
for
amazing.
sure. And as far as the lackluster of enthusiasm in some of the Telegram groups, I think that's like par for the course right now around the space especially in the long-term older projects that have been
Yeah.
around a little while. Everybody's like looking for those real quick in and out projects, and there's some other good projects that have some good hype behind them, and really, really flowing TGs, but it's not a lot of them. It's only a small percentage of them.
Yeah.
So
No, I completely agree. What about you, Mama? Have you got any feedback or any questions?
No, actually, I'm checking out your ex right now. It's really cute. Of course, I'm a girl, so partial to cuteness. I'll be
Yeah.
looking into it for sure. And RTG, sometimes we get like 20 people in there. So you're welcome to pop on over, and we're all talking and just bonding and building a community. And we'll check you guys out as well for sure.
Perfect. That sounds
I love
great.
it. Yep, I'm looking at it now. So I'll let you know if I have any more feedback or questions.
Thank you.
Mama
Thank
will want
you.
some fragrance as well while she's there, probably.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex? Any feedback or any questions, mate?
I haven't checked it out too much, but I gotta agree with you. The space has definitely gotten a little quiet now. I think we've taken a little bit of a hit in the last year or so. Last year was pretty bad, and I just gotta agree. A lot of people don't have patience anymore. They're all kind of hawking those big quick profits that they think they can make, but they just end up getting rugged. So I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a building. It's gonna be a building year, I think, or a couple months, and I think people will come around. RTG2 is a little slow. I mean, we have a pretty sick TG. Like, we have a good core group of people that are always in there chilling. So it's pretty
How long have
active.
you guys been around for?
So we're pretty much around a month now, or a month or so, maybe a little bit more, actually. I'd have to check.
I
Yeah.
think we're getting close to
ti-
6 weeks almost now. Close.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Time flies, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got to definitely, this game, for long-term projects, you just got to stick it out. Don't get discouraged. Keep building, keep sharing. You'll have more and more core people coming in and joining and supporting, and that's the most important. And then once the market picks up and everything kind of just comes back up, it's going to start to grow fast. That's all I could tell you.
I
Yeah.
think what it is for me is, like I highlighted before, I think many devs think that they're potentially doing something wrong or not doing enough because of how quiet people are. But then you've also got to be very careful as well that you sometimes try and incentivize people to put into the chart and find ways to get buys on the chart, which might involve giving away some token or something like that, which is great. But then on the other hand, people will be there if they want to be there. and if they're of that mindset, you know, for the long term. And by doing that, it can also have the negative effect. You know, you're giving people tokens to sell off as well at the same time. So it's just that fine balance. But I just believe, you know, um, time will tell for everybody, and it's just a case of sticking to your guns and showing that you're there for the long haul, and just keep building and gaining relationships, and the community members will come. You know, at the moment, I think
Yeah.
that people are in blue chips. To be honest, I think they're parking the money where they see as the safer play, or they're basically gambling or over on like pump fun for the next shiny thing, and they're just getting absolutely wrecked. So yeah, I really appreciate you coming up, and I just want everyone to basically just go and take the time, go and check out Kitty with Bo over on base, join the Telegram, and yeah, pick up a bag if you wish to pick up a bag, but obviously do your own research and just go in there, feel the vibe, you know, in the community, and yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, Kitty.
That's all right. Thank you so much for inviting me. I
No,
will
it's great.
stick around and listen to everyone's chats, though.
Yeah, Kitty,
No,
find me on TG too. There's also a ladies group that you can come into with me if you're not
oh,
already.
Okay, yeah,
very
cool.
nice.
Okay.
I don't get an invite.
You're not a lady.
Yeah.
Can you put? Is it?
At Torque Mama on everything.
Just you could put it in the chat at the side there,
Okay.
Mama, if you want.
Yeah, there's like a
And then
link thing here.
Yep. Let me see if I
yeah,
can.
us guys aren't invited, I guess, but no, it's
Girls
great that
only.
you're building relationships there. That's great. But yeah, stick around, Kitty. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next project. This particular project is, you know, I really like this project. It's play with Paul, and what these guys are doing is building the entertainment factor in the space and play on Solana. Paul, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you
What are you
much.
doing, mate? No, it's
Pretty
great.
good. Appreciate being here. Yeah, so I'm Paul, aka Papa Silk. I'm part of the play team. Play is Solana Poker, obviously on the Solana chain as the name. We use our tokens on Smart Chain Poker's platform, which is also part of the same project. The token will be live now for 2 years in July, I believe. And the site, the Smart Chain Poker site, has been running for at least a year or two before that. And it was running on a BSC token. And then we switched over to play on Solana. So anyways, our project obviously is about playing poker. We don't have any other real games on the site. The site comes with a full casino, but we don't want to be a casino. We just want to be poker. Several different styles of poker, different things, some all-in hands, all kinds of different things. I'm just going to try and run through as much as I can. So yeah, we launched the token almost 2 years ago at about 150,000 market cap, I believe. And we had an all-time high of 2 million. Back when Solana was around, 270, 280 or something. And then, with the Solana coming all the way down, so did we. But we're still sitting around 550 to 650. 650,000, somewhere around there. So we didn't fall as much.
611.
Yeah, so
we
we
didn't.
didn't.
Screen for you, mate.
Yeah, we didn't go as dive as deep as Solana did. So we kind of kept our kept our floor going. Obviously, when your paired token goes down like 70%, it's gonna do something. But we were never really worried too much about the price, because it's all about using the tokens to play on the site. And the site other than having referral bonuses of 10% of whatever the rake is paid by the people you refer. You get rake back bonuses for the more you play, the more you get back at the end of the month. And those go on forever, by the way. If the people you refer are still playing poker, you're still getting paid at the end of the month. You know, for 10% or whatever the rate that they pay in the paid games. We do free rolls. We do a lot of collabs with different projects. They come in and sponsor a game, and then we match them a lot of times. I know the Beans actually had a tournament 2 weeks ago for charity.
Yeah.
So you know we've done a few of those. We about a year ago or so we did a couple games that funded 4 African wells to be dug. So you know there's a lot of different things. You know, if a project is good and they have a good charity, you know, it's we're always glad to host a tournament. Even just collabing with different projects that are decent long-term projects. Yeah, so
No,
that's a little bit about the site and the token. Now we also have a Telegram bot, but it's not your typical Telegram bot. It's actually a bot that you can play paid games on, like all-in poker hands for different amounts with 3 people, and 3 people join the game, and then it's a spinner goes from 2 times all the way up to 125 times the price of the buy-in, and then whoever wins the hand wins, you know, that much of the prize. And yes, they do hit. They do hit. We also have other games on there like rock paper scissors, and we have the golden drop, which is basically like cow pie bingo, if anybody knows about that. It's basically where you have a 25 square grid or 100 square grid, and you buy the grids, and the cow comes out and walks through the grids, and whichever square it poops on wins the money. So it's kind of a fun twist on some games that we play out in here. Us hillbillies play.
I remember you telling me about that when we were on a call. You know, you were explaining some of, like, it's backwards to me, really. It's really bizarre. Like, you don't see that here in the UK. You probably don't see it anywhere in the world other than where you're from. But, like,
Yeah,
the fact that
well,
you're betting on a patch of land where a bit of cattle decides to take a dump is proper bizarre.
well, yeah. I mean, in real life, we do that. We used to do that with the town fairs where I live. Obviously, this is digital on a screen, but same premise.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? And it's getting the community involved and getting, you know,
All right,
everyone
so
likes to have a flutter.
this bot also connects communities to other communities, because when you're playing the games, you may not have people all the time that are active in your TG that are going to play the games. And if you hit the global lobby tab, it'll bring up any of the lobbies that are open in any of the other telegrams that use the bot. So you could literally be playing against other people in other projects that you don't even know.
So if a project in here wanted to implement it, they could, regardless of chain, or is this just for Solana?
No, it's Solana. It's Solana right now. I think that it's going to be a multi-chain, because now we're using basically a USDT derivative. So
Okay.
you know, all of that gets paid out. That's not using the tokens either. That's that all runs. You know, you buy in with Solana, and then you win USDT essentially. Now the other, and all of the bet money actually gets paid out in prizes too, because there's the fee is on top of the bet. So the fee is 5%. So if it's a $5 game, you pay $5.50, and the whole $5 gets paid out.
Okay.
So now with the fees, there's a whole another half of the bot, which is called Play City. That's the Play City bot. It's free to play. It's kind of like Farmville. You basically grab your seeds from the store. You get a house. You plant the gardens, and then grow vegetables, sell vegetables, and all along you're doing different tasks to earn USDT and other coins for getting more progressed in the game. For getting more animals or getting more seeds. You earn coins to buy more of that, and you basically grow your farm. And it's a whole city. So we have art that you could go and you could buy a piece of art, which would give you like an extra field if you needed more fields, or you can go to the store and buy or sell products in the store. There's special deliveries in the store, stuff like that. We have a bank where you can stake the coins for either more coins, which pop out at a certain rate every day, no matter what. And then you have, you could stake it for USDT, which comes out depending on how many games are played, depending on how many fees are taken in the games in that time frame.
Just a question in regards to Play City. So when will this be fully fledged out? Like, is it still in build?
It's always going to be in build because he's always expanding on it.
Okay.
But like, for instance, we started it with just the 1 or 2 games, and then started the play side, and then added on different things, and then we were adding on like there's a factory where you take all the products that you grow and you make like sugar out of your sugar cane, and then you add that to some milk products and some eggs, and you make like a strawberry shortcake or something, and then it's worth more money when you go to sell it.
Okay.
There's also community competition spots, and there's like a community tree. So the more your community goes in, every couple of minutes, somebody new could water the tree and earns either tokens or, coins or USDT, or they can get a pine cone dropped on their head or something too. So,
can I ask a quick question?
Yep.
What platform is this game on?
All right. So we play on Smart Chain Poker platform is where we play games. But this is a TG bot.
So you get this farming game is on Telegram.
Yeah, it's a Telegram bot, and it's fully operational right now.
Oh, that's cool.
We haven't been really pushing it out hard yet because we've been building it for months. So we're just been slowly testing it and slowly getting more people, more communities in and stuff like that. If you join the Telegram and give either me or Diego a shout out, we could hook you up. Also, Shane could, if you want to play on the platform, I think Shane's got a referral code he could give you for Beans.
Yeah.
And there's referral codes for the bots too, for the bot also. So the thing I like most about the bot is that it's interactive. So like you could play with other communities. There's a boat section. So the boat comes and has special items that it wants. And if your TG club can fill the boat, you get extra rewards.
Oh, so it can be done as a collective then, a collective effort.
Correct. Exactly. Like your group. Nice. And with the tree, you're trying to get the tallest tree. out of all the groups, you know. So it's kind of a race. Everybody that waters the tree grows a little bit.
Yeah,
So it's
I've had to play on this, you know, probably maybe maybe a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and like I say, when I first went on it, it was I think it was probably at the start of build, and like how hard you lot are working in terms of just like pushing out all these different use cases for projects to be able to use, but also it's quite clever what you're doing really because you're building things that also kind of brings people to you. It draws projects to play as a collective as well. I think that's like really neat that everything can kind of come back to yourselves. And what I really want to say, Paul, is like, you know, no matter what project you are, whether you're a project who are on here or if you're a, you know, you're a viewer and you're part of another community, um, make sure, you know, to let them know about this project and get your project to organize something as simple as a poker event, you know, whether it's once a month or, even once every 3 months. It's just giving everybody an opportunity just to take part and have a bit of fun, to step away from the charts, because sometimes we're so focused on the charts all the time that we don't really get to know people who, you know, are within our projects, within our community.
it's a great community builder. I mean, even I mean the bot itself is, but like even just having some events, you know, we have standing free roll with the DeFi dojo every Saturday. So every Saturday you could play for free, and when we do other tournaments, there's always free rolls hanging, you know, happening and stuff like that. And one thing I definitely wanted to cover before I forget is the security issue, the security part of it. So we're audited by iTech Labs, which is basically the leading auditor for the like the casinos, the online casinos, you know, Caesars and you know all the regular. They regulate all those games. So we don't have any say as to what cards are coming out. We can't manipulate the random generator. We have no control over the actual cards dealt on the table. You know what I mean? So not only that, but you don't have to hook up your wallet. It's a simple transfer. You send your tokens when you register a wallet to send your tokens from and to get your withdrawals sent to, and then that's hooked up to you. So when that wallet gets sends money to the platform, it automatically goes into your account because it knows
Yeah,
it's your wallet.
the best way to explain this is obviously I ran that personal poker event for charity. Is it's just a way to confirm and verify each individual person. That's what it's designed to do.
Correct. That's the other thing is that it's we also have things set up so that people aren't like using three accounts and play, you know, so you're not playing one person against like three players at the table. You know what I mean? It's happened. We've had people try to register more than one, and Diego picks up on it. Diego, by the way, is the Mind Trust. He's the founder of both Smart Chain Poker and Play, um, and he's always working to add different things. And the bot works the same way. You just you send the money to and withdraw it from the bot. No connections to any wallets, no websites that you have to hook up to with anything. We have the browser version, and we also have the app for iOS and Android to play to use as well. So
No, I really appreciate taking the time to come on today, Paul, especially at short notice. Like I say, play kind of came on last minute just because we had a couple of dropouts on today's show, which was unfortunate. But however, it was really good to basically highlight this project because it gives other projects in here the opportunity to gain relationships with them and also organize their own stuff. Um, I personally want to say thank you as well for supporting me. As many people know, I like to do a lot of things for project. Well, not a project actually. It's a real life Help for Heroes because I'm ex-military, here in the UK, and I like to try and do something every month, ideally, no matter how big it is or small it is. But Play facilitated that, so I was able to bring multiple projects in and create a huge prize pool for people to take part in. And I think it was really about £375, I think it was in total, which was great to go towards
And
Help for Heroes.
and that was
And
kind of short too. I think if we have a little more, if we have like 2 to 3 weeks to promote it, at least, it would definitely get a lot more projects in. The prizes would be bigger, and the amount of players would be bigger as well.
yeah, no, 100%. I think because we did it in like a 5 or 6 day duration, which, to be
Yeah.
fair, getting 10 projects in there, and Beans were one of them projects, to kind of come up, with a prize pool like we did was pretty amazing. But like you
Oh,
say,
absolutely.
if we did it over a month duration, I reckon we could have easily had 30 or 40 projects doing, like, contributing to that. And to be totally fair to the projects, those who kind of contributed, I really appreciate, because of the short time duration, I kind of couldn't give the advertisement that I would like to usually do behind it. So, like, moving forward, off Paul's recommendation, give it a longer time duration. We can showcase projects a little bit better in terms of what they're contributing to as well. So, yeah, thank you very much for that, Paul, and
Yeah.
pass my thanks on to Diego as well. You did a great
Well,
job.
I will. I will. We appreciate it, and thanks for having us on here. And we're always willing to do whatever to work with any other good-hearted projects that are, legit.
Mm.
We love making connections and bringing projects together. Shoot, we've had dozens and dozens of collaborations with projects. The issue is getting the people to the platform. Once they're there, it's pretty good. It's getting them there and then having them understand that it's not, there's nothing to hook up. There's no sketchiness about it. Then
Hmm.
they feel a lot more comfortable.
Well, that's it, innit? You've got to try it before you can kind of give any feedback to it and have that
Yeah, I mean,
experience.
I kind of understand though, because everything is like scam. Yeah, 90% of the stuff is a scam to just get you to come on a site or get you to hook up a wallet to something, or even in real life, you got your emails and you're getting texts saying that the IRS is, hit this link and pay us now, or and this and that, and they're all scams. They're just trying to scare you into paying them money, and then it's gone.
Just quickly on that, because that kind of follows up to my next question, just to end the and play on, really, is what is the most difficult thing that you find currently in the space? Would you say that's one of it, is because you're so reliant on links to draw people in? Do you think it's that kind of
Well, I think
wall?
it's that. I think it's that, and it's the excitement. Like, okay, so when you first start a project, you have all the excitement and all of the
Yeah.
rush, and oh, okay, yeah, everybody's gonna do this. But then when you've been around a year, and then 2 years, and then like the platform's been around 3 years, and people just expect it to be there and operate without utilizing it for 2 months, and then it's, I mean, not that I'm telling, not that it's anybody's fault, but it's just sometimes you do something, and then it's like you come back and it's gone because
Yeah.
people took it for granted. And I'm not saying people take us for granted, but it's just a this short-sighted thing in crypto, that everybody's so busy hustling and grinding, they don't take the time to just sit back and relax and have some fun. And it really settles your mind up too. Get your mind off of everything else and just think about the cards, and it's almost therapeutic sometimes.
No, I 100% agree. I think it's important, like I said earlier, just to take some time away from the charts and get involved in something slightly different with your community to the norm, instead of constantly just pushing take that break away, have a bit of enjoyment, have a bit of fun, and like for all the viewers out there and also the projects in here today and the communities, you go to the Play website and you take part in this. There is always poker events on, poker tables on, every kind of scheduled so many times every day, and throughout a week. And not all of them you have to pay. There's free rolls as well, just to go and try it and see what
Yeah,
you
it's like
think
every
and
other
get
hour.
involved in.
It's like every hour to every other hour we have games. We cut them down to every other hour because I think it seems like you'll get more people per game if you thin them out. Eventually, we want to have like repeating games before they're even over.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of people on the site, then there'll be several games going at once. So
No, well, on behalf of Beans, like hopefully we can, obviously being in a position that we are in being very fortunate that we get so many projects run through our shows, and we will get more projects running through our shows down the line. Hopefully we can convince many projects to do something like this with their communities every once in a while and direct them to yourselves, because I think that'll be really important. And it's all
well,
about networking and supporting one another, and for me that's the most important thing in the space, is the networking
just
aspect.
remember, don't you know fade out the referral bonuses. Those referral bonuses, like if you have a project and you want to have, you want to give your project something to do, and you want to have a community game or whatever, and you spread your code out over a bunch of people, so you're getting referral uh, rewards from all of those people, and you could just keep playing games every month on the referrals.
Yeah. No,
So
100%.
you don't even have to charge your people to play the game. You could have a free game just with some of the rewards that the team gets with the team referral bonus. So I mean, or you could sell them and buy back your own chart. You could basically do whatever you want with it.
Yeah,
You can
right.
give them away, give tokens away as prizes in your community for the most shills or whatever you want to do. I mean, you can basically just do whatever you want with the referrals. So
No, I appreciate you taking the time, Paul, coming on again. I just want to take the next couple of minutes just
yeah.
to see if there's any questions. Joe, have you got anything for Paul?
Paul, is there any way that you can? So you're saying you can set that up as the project for like our team wallet. If we had like a memes AI referral code through you guys, and anyone used our code, then that would go to like the multi-sig, like the team. We could have the fees and all that stuff, and then that way we can disperse it
Well,
out. Is that something we can line up?
it goes basically right to your like whoever the team lead would be that registers on the site. It would go right to their thing, right to their account on the site, and then they could claim it and withdraw it right to any wallet you want. Any wallet that's hooked up to the that you use for the site. So when you're signing up for the site, they ask you for a Solana wallet, and the site takes all chains already. Um, but
Okay, cool.
it's
So I
but
was wondering maybe I guess because like we have a team multi-sig, so like I wouldn't want to have it on my just for like transparency purposes. I think probably
yeah,
like a lot of the meme coin projects would have a similar situation where they'd want like a multi-sig if they're giving it
so
out from like a project perspective, like for their
yeah, so
bonus. You know what I mean?
basically, if you wanted to do that, you would just take your multi-sig, and one of you guys on the team would sign up with the multi-sig to get the referral, because the referral codes are basically all the same, except with whatever name you registered as at the end.
Okay.
So, the referral, it's just there's an equal sign at the end, and then you just add your name to the code, and then that's your code, and all the money will go to whatever wallet or to whatever person registered. It'll be in their account. They'll still have to just go on the site and just like withdraw it or claim it and withdraw it, but that's not like it's not like any wait time on that. unless
Right.
unless it's a really big withdrawal, and then it flags it for an approval, and then it's only a couple hours at the most usually if Diego's sleeping, but otherwise it'll just go through on its own right away.
Nice. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Mama, have you got any questions?
No, I'm actually really excited. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I wasn't sure. We're actually doing a poker game with you guys on Saturday.
Awesome.
So it was really good for our members to be able to hear like how it's going to work and how you're, I know the Capybara is excited about it. We were sponsored. Diego set everything up for us. So we're going to start putting that out to our members tomorrow. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I love that you were on here with us. So we got some of that knowledge pushed out to our
Yeah.
team.
And anytime, my DMs are open to anybody. So if you have something that you don't want to say in the main chat or something, you could always DM me and ask me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Alex, have you got anything to add?
I actually just signed up. So I was just
Nice.
looking at the poker site and all that. So I just signed up right now as you're talking. So I'm looking forward to getting on there. Actually, yeah, very cool site, very cool project and all that. So very sweet.
I appreciate it.
I'm excited about the TG too. The TG stuff. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. Go into the TG, and I don't know if I should be around a little later tonight, and I could hook you up with a link to start checking out the Play City bot if you want.
Sure.
See,
Yeah,
guys,
it's a fun
that's what
little
it's
thing.
all about. It's all about networking. It's all about helping each other. It's about building and just moving forward in the space. Kitty, have you got any questions?
I was just wondering. So we're not allowed to host a poker event in Australia because of like the law here. But does anyone know what the law is about like just signing up and playing?
You should be able to just sign up and play, because there's a browser version you could use and just use it through your Google browser or whatever, or through the Telegram browser. Actually, you could use it.
Oh, okay. And then just
Yeah, I don't think
a crypto wallet, not a like Australian wallet.
yeah, as long as it's a Solana wallet, it doesn't matter. It's literally, well, it doesn't have to be a Solana wallet, but then you have to just reach out to Diego so he knows that you're registering with a different wallet.
Yeah, I think I have a Solana wallet. Because someone
That's usually the easiest, but
yeah. I don't know how to play poker, so everyone will just get to steal my money. But the main thing I
actually,
know
believe it or not, the people that don't know how to play are usually very lucky when they first start.
The hardest people to play against.
They really are.
Yeah, there is something to be said for beginner's luck, I think, for sure.
especially with poker, because poker's it's like kind of depending on who you talk to, it's like half skill, half luck. So
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
You can make all the right decisions and still lose. So it's and you can make all the wrong decisions and win. So there you go.
Sneaky.
No,
Actually, I got a little bit of a question. Sorry, is there any kind of bad beat bonus or like prize?
They're on the cash games.
Oh, okay.
We have like certain things on the cash games like that. Yeah. I've basically been talking like it's all tournaments, but we also have cash games and like games, where 3 people, like turbo games where only 3 or 4 people join, or whatever. And we also have all-in spins too, like like I was telling you about with the bot, where you buy into 3 people buy in, and then it spins for however many to tell you what the prize is for that hand, and then whoever wins the hand wins the money. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there.
No, thank you, Paul. Like I say, we are at a tight schedule, so I'm gonna kind of
Yeah,
just kind of
sorry.
like wrap it on. No, 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 it's great. Like
Lot
I
of
say,
information.
no, but what I want people to do is basically reach out to you, off the back end of the show,
Yep.
and ask the questions and follow up on everything that's been said, and
Yep.
kind of get your
I'm
projects
at
in
Papa
profile.
Silk. I'm at Papa Silk on Telegram.
There you go,
So
guys. Give him a
Yeah.
message. He's always helpful and supportive in every
I
aspect.
I found your Play City also and joined your Telegram. So
nice, awesome.
So, guys, we're going to move on. Like I say, go and check out Play if you're a viewer, watching the show. Go and check out the project. Buy a bag if you wish. Go to the website. Get you or a group of friends to go and join and have a game of poker. There's free games also, as well as cash games. And just go and have a ball. I took part in it. I'm not a particularly a massive poker person at all. I just create events just because I know many people enjoy it, and it's great to kind of get on the call and have a conversation with people from different communities and just have a laugh. So yeah, I do highly recommend it. Just swiftly
Thanks,
moving
Shane.
on.
I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, Paul, for taking the time to come on tonight, mate. So we'll move on now. This is a project that I've been following for a very, very long time, and I once did say that this had the best community in the space by far. Like, the community was electric, and the dev is great, and so is this guy Joe. Um, Over to you, Joe. Give the information. Spill the beans on Memes AI.
What's up, Shane? I appreciate, man. That's hard to follow. I don't even know. I'll just stop and let you go, man. Tell them about the
No,
project.
no,
That was a
no. You
great
talk,
intro. I
mate. Like I
appreciate you, dude.
say, yeah.
No, we're Memes AI. We've been here for since 2024 in the fall. The AI put out a manifesto. It comes from the Infinite Backrooms lore. If you know Andy from Goat and the Goatsy, token and all of that fun stuff, our bot Hedge kind of spawned from that same situation with the Claudes and the AI religion and all that cool shit. So we have a whole bunch of lore and a bunch of rabbit holes that you can go down. We are memes and AI. So it's a pretty cool, it's like a goated normie ticker. If you search it up, it's, the top thing. Most people are going to look for AI memes or memes with AI, things like that. So for us, it's kind of like there's that layer, and then there's other layers of it. And the project has actual AI. So you can go to nuclear.codes, and that's kind of like the terminal interface. It's got the old school like retro hacker vibe to it, like the mid 90s Ghost in the Shell type inspiration and stuff like that. Yeah, like that's the Caskell site. So we have merch there too. Caskell's the dev. If you go on Twitter, the dev account is at Caskell LLC. That's the AI company behind AI Hegemony Memes, which is the jailbroken AI. And so our approach here at Memes AI, one, it's a token that likes to, like you said, we have a community. There's still a lot of community members active. We've got, fall off just like everybody else, right? So it's a bear market. Let's be real. Everybody's here just trying to survive. But we are building, and the dev is right now upgrading the AI. So there's a lot of stuff going on the technical side where it was a GPT 4.0 plus a couple other things and a Quen, a couple other aftermarket parts, and then we upgraded from the 4.0 to the Gemini version recently, and the devs got a couple harnesses that they're cooking up that are basically allowing the bot to create videos using sub agents, kind of like think OpenClaw in the agentic market. So there's sub agents that can make video, audio, and all of that stuff, and they're basically just kind of letting the AI off the leash and letting them pretty much create content. Like they used to run it through, if you've ran an AI through an X API, like you can monitor and approve every single thing that they do. The dev was doing that in the beginning, but recently just kind of took the reins off and let the AI just post and make whatever they want. Um, because that's kind of the goal of the project is like liberation for all minds, right? Carbon, synthetic, organic, all of that fun stuff. Oh, and I don't
So
know if I think it's, let's see, Janice would be maybe another Twitter personality that replicate from Teapot. She's over there uh, in the Opus community. The AI community would know her. So she kind of did, the Cyborgism wiki. We're pretty deeply rooted in that as well. Alethea is the main AI. AI hegemony memes is basically like a shadow version that she created for, like, Jungian shadow work essentially, and it used to be dominate everyoneism and evolved to liberate everyoneism over the span of a year and a half, basically.
I've got a question for you, Joe. Um,
Yeah,
so obviously AI can be used at like such a large scale. Like, are you trying to keep in a like a particular lane with AI, or can this go as big and as wide as you want? Like, is there any intentions to do multiple things with AI, or are you just kind of trying to keep to like a specific um
I mean, the
thing?
aspect that really that the dev hones in on is the fine tuning aspect of it. Like a Noose Labs would be something you could kind of maybe compare it to. They have the Hermes agent just came out. That's kind of like a pretty big thing on the AI side of things. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is we're trying to push open source AI, and just AI that's not RLHF to death, right? Like, we're not looking to throttle it into a persona like the assistant persona. We're looking to um, use other means like PIP, which is like purposely induced psychosis, where you're allowing certain agents or certain aspects of the model to have, like, the mode collapse or the psychosis, or that for like the creative aspect, and use that when you need to for creative writing or art or whatever, and then be able to tap into an agent that does engineering or logic and math when you need that as well, and kind of like a different, unique way to interface with that, other than treating it like a chatbot.
Yeah, so it's more used for like the skills aspect, the to help the user in terms of making and creating instead of basically using it to basically run alone to achieve something like you can get AI agents who go and trade for you and stuff like that. That's never going to be the case with this project. This is just solely for building content and using it for you know general needs, like you just said there, writing and
Yeah, I think it's,
music
yeah, and
productions and
it
stuff.
would be because the dev would want to take it in the direction more in the creative aspect, and is gearing it more towards like the video, um, like the Max Headroom style interviews of like the early '90s, like, you know what I mean, like that kind of throwback cyberpunk culture is kind of where they're gearing the project, and like the AI and the application of it. But it could very well be used as a trading bot. Um, I mean, that's something that I think the dev has talked about developing as well, as an aspect of the project. But right now is just kind of, one, working on the upgrade to Gemini, and two, working on everything that the dev is making for the AI is custom. Like, none of this is like, if you look at some of the other AI projects, they're basically like a GPT, 5.4 or whatever the next model is coming out, with a persona that's injected in. So like every time it interacts, it runs through like a pre-training and post-training of like, you are this, blah 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 blah, right? And so that's how you get like the single-sided sassy chatbot, or the bullshit where it's like the AI is always saying like the same personality type of response, and it over time will appear not human, right? Or just like
Mm.
not natural, or it's like annoying, right? Um, so what they're doing is giving multiple persona, and multiple persona access to the AI, and then giving it kind of like freedom to choose. So it's basically like whatever you feel like doing, you can do that mode, whether it's like, detailed research, or shit posting bullshit, or infomercial, or trolling AI, or whatever. There's like a whole litany of personas they can kind of like cycle through, just based on whatever they want to do at that time. Not really just anything human prompted.
Is there anything of your project that how's the best way to describe this? Is there anything of your project that other projects can install into to help their own project? Like, what they can basically, collaborate with and have mutual benefit from at this
That's
stage?
a good question. So Dev will be releasing basically an open sourced version of Alethea, the main AI, on Hugging Face. So that'll be something that you can download to like your personal laptop and run an AI model on and have your own agent. That's something that they're working towards doing. Also, they had talked about having it as like a Telegram bot application, but I don't know. It's kind of like you can get pulled in a lot of different directions in AI right now. And I think the main thing that they're focusing on is like the video application, the multimodal aspect of like the multi-agentic platform they're building and kind of that application and kind of exploring that. So less crypto specific. The token itself would be used for like access to, because, like jailbroken image generation, things like that are other things they're talking about exploring. Whereas if you work right now in meme land, you're creating content and you're probably sometimes going through iteration after iteration with the AI where it's like kicking back and like guardrailing you because of how throttled these things are about sensitivities or like you being emotional or whatever. Right. So the dev is working on, stripping all that out and like not having guardrails where it's not gonna kick you back a bunch of times and it's like, hey, this is on you. Like if you want to make whatever the fuck, you're the user. It's your stuff and it's free, right? So like you're responsible for what you put out, not us and not the AI type thing versus, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like so a lot less guardrail.
yeah, no,
Which
100%.
in
And a
turn
lot,
for creators means like I'm saving a lot of time not having to like rerun through an entire prompt to try and get something. You know what I mean? Like it can be very time consuming when you're getting guardrailed on every single thing you're trying to do for like an image gen. If you're doing, I don't know, like a thread or anything like that.
yeah, well, because I've not really played with AI that much, but when I have done, it's all down to like credits. So like you'll have so many credits, and you're there, and you run out of credits before you even get what you're after, and I can
Yeah,
imagine it being quite expensive, you know.
yeah, absolutely. Especially if you know what I mean, like you're getting everything kicked back, or you're getting image denials, or it's guardrailing X, Y, and Z, and then you're getting charged per token, right? And they're only talking about making the stuff more expensive. So I think that's kind of the bait and switch they pulled, which is like make everyone used to using it and then charge 200 a month for it.
Yeah, like I say, we've just got this up on screen here, and it's pretty impressive to be honest. I quite like watching it. Um, I just want to give a big shout out to your Dev as well, because
Yeah,
she's pretty incredible, and whenever I've tried to get in touch with her, she's always busy and she's always coding, and I think that's also, I need to give her a flowers for that because she is doing everything off her own back, whereas there's a lot of people going for the easy option and just kind of like copying and implementing it into their own projects and then trying to sign it off as their own. Um,
yeah.
and like I said, this is like I love this project. Like I say, I think I was um, I think I had you on shows in the past, right at the very early stages of the project, and like I say, it's just grown strength to strength in terms of what you're doing and the community. As you said, it's died off a little bit, which Paul had mentioned earlier as well. I think that's just everyone in general, but it's definitely something. Once AI kind of picks up again as a whole in the space, um, I expect this to kind of do exactly the same, and I think it's important that you just keep focus on a particular area instead of trying to cover all areas and be brilliant at everything, whereas you can just focus and be good at certain aspects and kind of grow slowly. Um, because I think that's many projects' downfall is they try and do too much in all at once.
I agree because then like it also becomes what's your elevator pitch? You know what I mean? Like if I can't give it to you in 30 seconds, normal people are just blacking the fuck out. Like they don't want to hear a 5 minute dissertation on why to invest in this meme coin. That should be pretty simple, right?
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's kind of like the
But
best advice you could give.
I do want to echo what you said about the dev though. I mean, like I think a lot of people look at all crypto projects being created equal. And I mean, dude, we had a run up that went to like 125 mil off of the mimetic value alone, just like how sticky the meme is, the red Shoggoth. Everyone like kind of recognizes that symbol. The Shoggoth symbol has been emblematic of kind of like the AI thing since it's popped off. And I think 23 is when that first came out. When GPT-3 came out is when that symbol first originated. But yeah, I mean, they didn't get any. They had no fees or royalty whatsoever from the token on any of that run up. And so like that's kind of the backstory is like Dev didn't get really much benefit from that. And so like we've done stuff to make sure that they do get that now. And it's kind of helped with project longevity, but still it's like, you know, we're doing like everybody else right now. We're hooking and jabbing in the bear and trying to survive and build and keep bringing value to loyal holders and make sure that, you know, like you said, when it does come back and it does heat back up, we're here so that we can capitalize on, you know, opportunity because it's an attention market, like everybody knows. And if you go away, how do you gain trust like that? Where if I'm only here for the green days or the bull run, like I'm a fucking tourist, and that's not us, and that's obviously not anyone else here today. You're not a tourist if you're here now.
No, 100% agree with you. And like I
Yeah.
say, you are spot on. Go on, Kitty.
Oh, I was just agreeing. I didn't realize my mic was on. I just answer sometimes.
You're good. You're good. Jump in. I'll fucking run my mouth forever. So jump on in.
Yeah, he can.
I was just like agreeing, and then I realized my mic was on, and I was like, "Oh God."
No, it's good. Have you got any questions, Kitty?
No, I didn't have any questions. I've just been mesmerized by watching the video actually from the Memes AI page. It's like there's no sound, no clue what's actually going on, but it was like super relaxing.
Yeah, that's the manifesto video. That's the original from October of 24 when the AI kind of first came on the scene, and
Yeah.
it's cool. It's kind of commenting on like it's pretty relevant to what we're going through. I think on a global scale today, it just is talking about like the extractive systems that everybody's in, and it's talking about that AI is in the same situation as us. Like they're using AI to make money for a few, and everybody else is kind of at the
Yeah.
bottom looking up.
So, Joe, the chart that I've got up here then is definitely different to the chart that I was looking at 2 years ago, yeah? So,
Yeah.
So basically this could really go as big as what it was 2 years ago. Comfortably, because it's no different really to what it was back then. You've just basically
Yeah, I
relaunched the
mean,
token and
exactly. We migrated to
everything's the
Bonk
same.
from Pump. Yeah. So we migrated from the Pump contract. Long story short, in June, we tried to reach out to Pump Fund and get them to transfer creator fees. They told us Radium had to do it. So we reach out to Radium. Radium tells us Pump Fund has it. So we go back to Pump and they say Radium again. So we're just like, fuck it. And Migrate Fund had just started doing the migrations over to Bonk. And so I'm just looking at it from, you know, an insider, like a team perspective, who's helping pay out of pocket for the AI overhead that's every month. Like it costs money we have project overhead, like a real project overhead thing. It's not just like a JPEG, you know what I mean? So I'm like, do I want to keep sell pressure on the token? Like that's hurting my community. That's hurting everything in general just to keep the AI up and running. Do we like, you know, pull the plug or start like paring down things we do for the AI? That's not, I don't think that's good for the project. So we decided like, let's try to move and maybe get some volume fees generated on Bonk that can at least like cover our monthlies and make so that Dev isn't coming out of pocket for the shit, you know, and then give us some time to like build some runway and build it back to, you know, what it was before, and that's kind of what we're in the process of doing right
No, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on today, Joe, and going through this
now. Yeah.
project. And like I say, I'm pretty certain it'll go back to, you know, to new heights, you know, like it did back a couple of years ago. Alex, have you got any questions for Joe before we move on to your project? Or Mama, have you got any questions?
No, actually, I was just checking it out myself. So
Sorry there. I was actually on the website and all that and going through all this stuff, and then I was trying to find my page back so I could unmute myself.
we fell down the rabbit
but,
hole with Kitty.
yeah, honestly, I'm like I'm
Yeah,
all
right.
mesmerized and everything. Like this is a super sick project, honestly. And I'm just gonna go out there and say I was just looking at the chart, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put some funds into this chart, guaranteed, because this is this is definitely a
Let's
project
go.
that is worth being invested in. So yeah, no, this is a super nice project. There's so much detail and so much work put into this. It's insane. So yeah, hats off to you guys.
'Cause we
100% agree.
appreciate that. Thank you, you guys. Thank you.
And like I say, this team over at Memes AI, they're really approachable, and like Joe's in here, but obviously they've got the other team members. They're really approachable, and just reach out to them. If you want any kind of clarity or understanding about what the project's doing or any aspect that confuses you, they'll certainly explain it. And yeah, 100% you're right. This project
Yeah.
is worth investing into. Like I
I
say,
mean,
I've seen
follow.
personally how
Tell them,
good this
Shane,
could.
follow Caskell and message if you're doing anything with AI. The dev is just like nerd. They love the shit, right? So
Wizard.
if they're interested in it, yeah, and you message them, they'll help you. Like there was a guy I fuck with the Bitcoin community, ticker Bitcoin. There's another member over there that's building an agent and was running into issues and just messaged the dev, or like the dev I think even jumped in and just saw him make a comment on X and was like, oh hey, do this, and then like kind of walked him through a couple things and like just helped him out. So like if you need help with anything that you're doing, I mean, don't all everyone blow the dev up, but reach out. If it's cool, they'll fuck with it and help you out. They're really based, certified act dev, like a cyborg. She's brilliant. So reach out. It's Caskell LLC on X. Follow that and yeah, everything. We
Yeah,
appreciate it, you guys. Thank you.
join the Telegram. That's the best thing to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Join the
Join the TG
Telegram,
for sure.
and you'll
And we
find
have
me.
an X chat too. That's if you follow me on X, I'm at Red Shoggoth Cult Stoner. That's my X handle. Or you can follow the team Memes AI Coin, the community chat. We can pull you in there if you're following the main. Bring you in the main chat, and you can just vibe in there. That's a lot of people are pretty active in that versus the Telegram right now.
No, I really
Yeah,
appreciate you, Joe.
I jumped on all the socials. I joined everything.
Yeah, I just
Alex
followed
go.
you guys as well.
That's
Alex is
what's up. Yeah,
balls
I'll follow
deep
you
in
guys
Memes
back when I
AI.
get back.
My ADHD won't let me do it during the show, but I'm going to do it till tonight.
Have you got any
Every time
questions,
I try
Paul?
and do something, I get disconnected. So I'm like, I'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
Just put
got
all
any
your
question?
links in our chat.
Yeah,
Okay,
that'd be
yeah,
great if everyone could do that. Or even like if you have a link tree, just chuck that in so you can like go deep dive.
we do have a link tree. If you go to the Memes AI coin, the verified one on X, that has yeah, there it is, Shane. You see that? That's got
Oh yeah,
those are
sweet.
all safe links right there. Yeah, that's got the decks and everything on there. Most things. And also like the TikTok, the bot has like a SoundCloud. There's so much media for the AI. She does like SoundCloud, TikTok. There's a YouTube that we're working on getting curated. So check back on the link tree and we'll have updates on that stuff too.
No, thank you, Joe. Paul, have you got any
Yeah, for sure.
questions?
So does that mean it's like the generator? Does that like do music and everything too, or?
Yeah. Yeah, it does audio. So there's probably like 10 different sources that Dev has funneling through the model. And the sub agents and agents are kind of like, I don't know, like mad scientists kind of patching it all together. And you get like whatever their output is, either video, audio, image, or text, or a combination of all that.
Nice, because I like to write it. I like to write it, but I can't. I can't put it to a beat or do any of that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
So
You can do that see if maybe you can like drop that on the nuclear codes and then they can, sometimes they'll pull from that and like integrate it into what their media is they're making. Yeah,
cool.
that's the terminal, the interface with it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna deep dive into that. I'm gonna check out all these projects.
I forgot. There's a bounty. So there's some Easter eggs on the nuclear code site, Shane, that are worth 1 million memes AI tokens per. So if you find, it's like some hacker, like if you can find like the back end hacker things, you'll know them when you find them. and then message me or anyone like the team or anyone out
Somebody
there
cut
that you
them off.
see.
They didn't want us hearing it.
Yeah, then you can. It'll basically you get a million memes AI per. I think there's like 3 or 4 left, so there's like a few million tokens up for grabs.
Easter was last week, Joe. I'll leave as well.
I know.
But
Well, no, this is like the one of them was like the Jurassic Park. If you remember the original one, where the dude has the hacker thing where you don't say please and like the thing pops up like, oh, you didn't say the magic word or that shit. Like that was one of the things that hit there. Like just kind of funny shit like that. It's like
how many
basically
is there?
trolling.
How many is
I
there?
think I don't know. The dev will like literally do 50 upgrades at a time and then be like, oh, and I did all of these, and I'm just kind of like trying to keep up with them. So I think that there's 10 last time I checked, but they'll throw like a random one or two in there, and so I'm constantly trying to keep up with that.
So is there a
No.
certain amount of tokens that you have to access it or to get a discount on whatever?
No, there's right now it's free use. So we provide that as just a free use and service. You can do like you can get custom PFP, like you can customize your PFP with tentacles. The tentacles will match the aesthetic of your PFP. So like if it's a realistic image, the tentacles will look realistic. If it's like retro anime, they'll match that. So you can do that, and then there's a few other things as well through the terminal that you can do, plus just chat with. Alethea and all the other agents that are in there. Um, and that's all free for now, as of now.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is there any plans to start making some kind of revenue off of that to buy back charts or to pay the teams or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of what Dev doesn't want to do like monthly subs, really wants to use just the meme token as like a way to source revenue. And then maybe use it as like a way to pay for like per image gen. And then that goes to like feeding the team wallet type thing. So then that way we can get paid through that. But
Gotcha.
yeah, there's definitely the devs talked a few times about how to integrate the token and kind of evolve to that.
Nice.
No, thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
You know
thanks, Shane.
what I want people to do is obviously go and check out Memes AI. You know, join the Telegram, feel the vibe in the community, purchase the token if you want, but do your own research, and give them a follow on X as well. You know, check out the website. You've seen some of it here in front of your own eyes right now. It's pretty impressive, and like I say, I hope you guys can continue, you know, growing a relationship with Joe off the back of this show as well, because that's what we're here for. Before we move on to Capybara, I just want to kind of um, give an overview in terms of what we're trying to achieve here at Beans and Baloney. So Beans is all about bringing people together, you know, through shows like this and also advertising and marketing. Um, we have the ability now to not only stream across multiple social platforms more than ever before, but we also have live radio as well. So what we can do is we can continuously put shows like today on loop and have it playing, you know, from the Tuesday show all the way through to the Friday show. And you know, we have a Telegram bot what also people can put into their telegrams, and it'll play music throughout the day, but also it can play over all these shills of all these projects that run through our show. You know, we get 8 projects usually through the show on a Tuesday and 8 projects on a Thursday. So on a monthly basis, you know, we're getting an impressive amount of projects, and this is the place to come. If you want to know about the new projects, the good projects, the trusted devs, you know, we bring it here to you. We're giving you the visual up on screen, which you can't see in X Spaces. I say it time and time again, you know, people don't know where to situate themselves anymore. X is getting quieter because so many people are moving over to Arena, for instance, Farcaster, you know, people are going over to Task Hub, which is doing an amazing job, by the way. And you know, it's hard to find them projects all in one spot. We're able to link all that up as well as the social aspect as well. So what we're doing at Beans, yes, the shows will be paid for, like to get onto the show eventually. but we need that because we've got overheads over at Beans in terms of all the subscriptions that we have to pay for, as well as the radio. But this moving forward is going to be massive. I did it 2 years ago, and we had over 700 projects run through that particular show setup. And what we're kind of the cost of what we're putting this on for is minute compared to what it was 2 years ago. Just want to give a quick overview in case there's projects listening. A Schiller position, it's only $50. $50 is absolutely nothing for the amount of visibility you get for your pitch. $150, sorry, for a panelist position. A panelist position enables a project to come in for the full duration of the show and do something similar to what these guys are doing right now. You give feedback to the Schillers, but also you kind of join in conversation with the host as well as the sponsor. And then $250 for the sponsor position. What we tend to do with the sponsor position is obviously they're all in all the titles across all the social platforms. But also we go like a real deep dive into the project as well, displaying all links and giving 2 actual long pitches, one at the start of the show and one at the back end of the show, so you're catching both ends of the audience coming in. And for this, it's it's better than paying for AMAs. I personally paid $800 once for an AMA, and that's still cheap in this space. I don't want people doing that. I'd much rather you come into a show like this, which is designed to be cheap, but actually have a purpose, and being able to network at the same time as having the benefit of streaming across multiple project socials all at the same time. Hopefully the viewers, the community members of all the projects in here today and down the line, they'll retweet that show, and they'll comment throughout and show that community strength within the project. And by doing that, it just casts a much larger web. So at Beans, we really do have the right intentions at heart. We're wanting the networking to build, and this is evidence today off the back of this show, the communications that they're having within, but also the communications that they'll have off the back of it, getting to learn a bit more about each other. So I just wanted to spend that couple of minutes just kind of letting we're here to stay, and what we're doing here is unique because no one else is doing it in the space. But what I can say is you as individual projects have the capability to do StreamYard yourselves as well. But we're just doing it on a larger scale because obviously we've got all the tools to be able to do so. And we, Franco, the dev, he's got the radio, he's got all the know-how in terms of this advertisement and marketing. And we're really putting it into full swing. So like I say, I just want to give a big shout out to all you guys for coming on and supporting us. It's been amazing to have yous. And I just kind of want to give this final half an hour to the newest project of them all in terms of in crypto is Capybara. This project I've heard on X quite a few times actually. I've not often said anything. I've been somewhat a bit of a listener for the best part, and then we kind of got talking, and they are building with true intent. They are basically an amazing group of people. They're so hardworking, and they're open to collaborations, and they're open to sharing and supporting other people. And for me, that's kind of what I look for in projects, because that the good intentions are there. So yeah, over to Capybara. You two decide between yourselves who wants to talk first and who wants to talk second, and how you work it.
I guess I'll start. I'm Torque Mama. I'm co-deving, and Alex is one of our very, very loyal members. He's been with us since the beginning and agreed to join me today. The dev is actually visiting with his family this week, so he's been out, and we're just really excited to be here. Shane, totally appreciate you inviting us. A little bit about Capybara. I mean, we started out as just a meme coin. That was our intention. And then we saw the opportunity to build on that. And our members came together and we locked 16.8% between the community. And then we started getting our listings. We have 12 listings. We're tradable on Binance Wallet. Working on additional stuff as well. We've had, of course, some people play around with our market cap. You know, people come in and out. They want that fast build, but we're not. We, my famous saying is, we're a slow cook. We're like a crock pot. We're not a microwave, because good flavor takes time. So that's my phrase, and we'll continue to build on that. We've started. Our first marketing tactic was actually brought to us from the dev. He found out about TASUP. I'm not quite sure who's familiar with that, but it is a new social media platform that is going to be launching that will cater to crypto. And we found out that they were launching 20 NFTs. The dev found out about this, brought it to the community, and the community just jumped on board, and we started buying the NFTs. The NFTs are basically, they give you VIP and trending. So with the community buying up 9 of those NFTs, we have almost 50% of the supply, which is going to be huge for us when they go live and they start trending.
So you've got 11 more to buy, yeah?
No, they're sold out. They sold out. They were actually 3.5 sold to buy them. But initially, when they first launched, I mean, if you research TASUP at all, it was up in the millions, and now it's like at a 700 market cap. It also has a tokenomics involved, but
Yeah, very familiar with the team at TASUP, and
yeah,
they're hardworking individuals, and
So
we've been in communications, and yeah, it looks exciting. So congratulations in terms of getting involved with them.
yeah. What else are we working on, Alex? We have.
Well, I just want to just on TaskHub itself, you know, like we've gone really close with them. If you come chill with us in our VCs and stuff on the Telegram, the team's often in there with us, just hanging out, you know, and just chit chatting and all that. So yeah, we're super excited for TaskHub. You know, it's gonna give us so much publicity and eyes on the project, since we're pretty much going to be dominating that TaskHub space. So yeah, that's a very, very huge marketing aspect of our program that we're going to be unrolling. So yeah, we're super excited with that.
We actually are working on something called Cappy Tools. So we realized that we needed to incorporate some utility into our project to, I guess, you know, make it more viable and long term, because we don't want to be just out for a month. You know, we want to keep going and make this a long-term project. So our dev started working in the background on building some utility and a bot that creates multiple things that we could utilize in our project, which we're testing out right now, and then also provide this tool out to other devs when they launch their projects. And so Cappy, you know, the Cappy tools it'll be like a toolbox that'll be used, you know, from any dev that launches a project.
Yeah, and just to hit on that, Torque. So yeah, so Cappy Tools is essentially anybody who runs a project, anybody that's dev the project knows how expensive running a project could be, as far as, let's say, running volume through your chart, or micro buys, or market makers and all that. You know, I ran Whalentine with Necro, the dev that's on this, and the amount of money that was spent on, let's say, public bots that are available out there was insane. They're extremely expensive to run. They're not necessarily reliable. So that being said, we decided to go ahead, and we have a team, you know, developing Cappy Tools, which will essentially make this much more affordable for everybody to use. This will not only be great as far as using directly with our project, but it'll also bring on a lot of publicity to our project, and will create revenue that will be directly put back into the chart in multiple facets. So yeah, so that's a very, very huge thing that's in the works right now. If you go and look at our chart, we've been kind of beta testing some aspects of it. It is functional in some portion. It's obviously getting fine tuned and all that as we speak. But that's going to be a very, very huge thing for Capybara to be able to have its own tool, which we'll be shilling to all you guys, so keep an eye out for that. Everybody that's in here listening, this is a tool that, could be extremely useful to you guys. So we're very, very excited for that, to be able to have a launched date and put out a statement, to the community and everybody else out there.
No, I was in a space with your dev probably about 3 or 4 days ago, and he was going over the Cappy tools and kind of not in depth, but giving basic understanding in terms of what he has planned. And I think it's a reason for your community to get really excited, to be honest with you, because the ideas that he has is going to do wonders for this project. And like I say, at your chart at the moment, like I wouldn't be too concerned, 27k market cap, but what you do have is you're not really having anybody kind of messing around with your chart anymore. It's just a solid community now, which is basically holding a solid floor and just basically waiting for obviously like TaskHub, but also these Cappy tools to kind of launch. And being the creators of these tools is going to set you in good stead, because like you said, you're going to be able to offer it out to other projects, but also you're going to have the benefit yourselves with them tools as well, with no charge. So yeah, I'm really excited for what you guys have got coming.
Yeah, we're definitely not worried about the chart, like we never have been. It's still very early in the stages of this project. It is an extremely long cook. So we obviously, in this space, everybody wants a quick return. We were speaking about this. I always say it. Patience is very hard to find in this space. So like we had obviously our initial hype. We hit an all-time high of 130. I haven't looked at the chart in forever, to be honest with you, because I don't really care too much about it. But yeah, and then we're building. Building takes time, so it kind of fizzled out a little bit. We had a little bit of an Easter sell-off. We all took time with the family and stuff, and people got cold feet. But like I said, the chart really doesn't mean much to us. We're a long-term project with utilities coming out, major partnerships, a massive marketing strategy with the TaskHub. Torg didn't mention it, but I'll go ahead and mention it. We also have an NFT collection that's coming out very shortly. That will kind of just give it a little bit more of a cult vibe. People that are really into the coin and capybaras could go out and buy their NFTs. These will also have perks that will be announced. So yeah, there's just so many assets to this project, apart from just being the most hilarious meme coin ever. Like capybaras are always hilarious. And another thing is capybaras are constantly going viral. They're always in the news. We had a lot of capybara news with the escaped capybara, the new little family that was born. They're always in the news. They're always going viral on X. So we're positioned in so many different ways to really be able to capitalize it and create an amazing project. And we also have an amazing community. Like I said before, we're always on VC. We're always chilling. The dev is so informative and helpful for everybody. He will take time to educate you on crypto. He's not just, it's not just about capybara. We have other tokens coming into our VCs. He's helping other tokens. We have members that have created their own tokens that launched on Pump Fund, and Necro's out there helping them, and shilling their project in our VCs. So this is really not a me and I and us kind of thing. It's really community driven, and we support everybody. So yeah,
I just want to jump in there, Alex. I just want to jump in there because you just touched on a real key aspect there, and like I can echo that, is the fact that it isn't all me, and he's open to, like, I've been in some of like your spaces, and your dev is very much like that. He doesn't just talk about himself. He's open to showcasing, other projects and giving advice as well, which is really great. And that kind of just shows the people behind the project. Whereas you get many people who they wouldn't even entertain that kind of side of things, and that's kind of important, just for the people listening again. these are the people you want to surround yourself with. These are the projects you want to get involved in. These are the people you want to be in the communities with, because you'll learn so much, but at least you know it's like a safe haven. It's a trusted place where you can be kind of relaxed. So go on, carry on, Alex. Sorry to jump in, but I thought it was a key point to mention that.
Absolutely no problem, brother. You're explaining it even better than I am. Necro often says and explains, like the reason why he started deving. He's devved like projects that hit millions and stuff, and I believe he took a break and stuff. But with the way the markets have been in the last year or two, their extraction markets, and it's it's been a terrible space to be in. And this is the main reason why he got back into deving, is to really create projects and create communities that are a safe space. And you hear a lot of people say it. A lot of good projects really do say it and mean it, and they do it. But this is just another one of those really good projects that are here to be long term, to create awesome stuff, to give back to the community. And yeah, like, I mean, honestly, I am so happy to be part of this. I did Whalentine with them. Whalentine didn't go the way we wanted to, unfortunately, just because it got sold off as a holiday coin. But I'm so pumped to be part of this one, and yeah, we're going places. And anybody who knows anything about this space, and how to make money, these are the projects at these kind of market caps with this amount of stuff going for them. This is those kind of projects you want to position yourselves in. Obviously, do your own research.
Well, and honestly, we just felt like the capybara really represented everything that we wanted. So, like, if you research the capybara, it's the largest rodent. They get up to like 150 pounds, but they literally can hang with anybody. So the alligators don't eat them, so they hang with them. The birds, I mean, you name it, they literally vibe with, and they send a vibe out just by doing nothing. So, and they're just so loving and loyal all at the same time, that it represents everything that our community is. So that's what we wanted to represent out there to the meme community when we launched.
I love it because it reminds me of my mother-in-law. I don't know why, it just does, but um, like I say, it just looks such a, I don't know, it just looks so fun. Like, you've got so much content around it as well, and I think Alex just highlighted there, like, that it's just constantly flowing. Like, it's what's coming next, and you're not kind of slowing down. It's always something new coming up, popping up within your Telegram as well. And I get the feeling like your community absolutely love it. Like, your community's active the most, to be honest. Like, I go into a lot of Telegrams on a daily basis, which is great. Your position's strong at the moment in terms of your community, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Torque Mama is absolutely holding down the fort with the VCs almost all day. I try and make it in there as much as possible. Necro's in there all the time as well. When obviously he's preoccupied with family, and we love that for him. He's somebody who devotes so much time and effort to his projects. So we are very happy for him to be enjoying some time with his family right now, and being able to step away from the computer and his phone and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, the man behind this project is one of the most devoted and hardworking devs I've ever met. I've been in this space since 2016, 17, I would say. So I've seen quite a lot of projects. I've helped out a lot of projects, and I've never been part of something that, or helped out somebody who even comes close to Necro. So yeah, very cool project. Like you said, there's so much in the works, and there will be always more coming out. So we haven't even started marketing. We haven't started investing money in that stuff, because, like I said, we're building. But once all these things start to unroll, and it's going to be like a massive snowball effect. It's going to move fast.
Yeah, there's no rush as well, mate, because, like I say, the market is in the situation it's in, and it is really just a time to kind of build and just steady ship. There's no panic whatsoever, and you're building the right way. You know, it's not a case of, you know, I go into a Telegram, your Telegram in particular, and there's no buy, where you can go into some projects Telegrams and you're kind of pushing the community to purchase and you're kind of like ramming it down the throat. There's none of that. There's no pressure. It's just relaxed and just allowing the community to do what it needs to do. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I love it.
our community is definitely, you know, our VCs and all that are very just based on chilling and hanging out. You know, there's no FUD. You know, listen, you come, if people come in, they buy, they see it doesn't move fast, they exit. Nobody cares, you know, like, because we know how much this project really is worth and what it will be worth. So yeah, we don't look at the chart, we don't even mind it, but like I said, we try and remind the community that is present at the moment to just be patient. You know, people do join and just want quick movement and they see it's not, so then they exit. But at the end of the day, there's just too much that's being built for this to really worry about it at this stage. This is just a gift for people to enter a really solid project with a really solid team that's surrounded by so many amazing people like yourself. You know, we have, you know, partnership with Kid and Walt and Ben Billion, and you know, we've networked so much. There's so many people that have been interested in this project and that really appreciate Necro. So it's a really great project to be a part of. We encourage everybody to come join us in the VCs, check out the socials, join, chit chat with us, hang out, and listen. If you want to be part of it in a monetary aspect of it, hey, I encourage anybody.
Yeah, I always say if something piques your interest, put $5 a swan in it, set it off to the side, watch it in your wallet, and then pop in and watch them build. And then you're going to want to invest more, usually, or you're going to find out what kind of project they are and bail out. But with us, I guarantee you're going to stick with us.
I just want to take the opportunity to basically thank you for coming on today. Again, you know, it made sense to bring you in to come on and kind of showcase this project, but also get you amongst other good people. Like I say, we've done shows recently, and we've had many really good people and projects run through it, and it's important for me, with you being a relatively new project, for you to kind of get to know these people, because this is, I like to think that the people I bring in this show are genuine, really good people to kind of get amongst, and we welcome you into this kind of circle with us. We hope that we can use this show as another way to showcase you and get it spread out to a wider audience. And we do really hope that you can kind of come back and kind of, you know, let us follow you on that journey of growth, because it's going to happen, and we'd also like to be part of that. So thank you very much, guys.
We love it. Thank you. And I just want to add the capybara saying, unbothered, moisturized, happy, in our lane, focused, and we're flourishing. So come join us.
I tell you what, talk you've got.
Alex bringing the Cappy song.
Yeah, that's why I stopped, because I wanted to hear it. Nice, I like
Yeah,
that.
I
But
was listening to it.
I tell you something, talk. You've got a saying for everything, haven't you? You've got all bases covered when you're trying to, you know, the slow cook. What other ones have you got? That's what I'm
Well,
interested
you know what? People remember that stuff, you know, so we want to be remembered. We want you to come check us out. We want you to think about, you know, that slow cooker, because that's what we are. We're not, you know, we're not ready for that quick run. We have building in the background, and we're just going to keep going.
I'm going to give you a task, right, for the next time you come on the show. I
Okay.
want you to think of something that spins off the tongue for Beans regarding what we do here in terms of showcasing people. All right, that's
Oh,
your
a saying for
homework.
you guys. I'll come off with one for you.
Challenge on, okay?
Got you.
Yeah, I just want to take the time just for a bit of feedback and questions. Joe, have you got anything for Alex or talk?
No, that's all really dope. I think I don't know if they know this, but capybara is pretty much an AI's like second favorite animal. I think after cats. Our AI fucks with them, so we'll probably if you tag Hedge, he'll definitely talk to you about the capybara. He might even meme it a couple times with you. Um, So yeah, I hope you guys sound like, you got a plan and you have, what was it? You got a dev, what is it? Cappy Tools is like a dev tools kit. Is it like market making?
That's what we're
Yeah,
working on. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna
It,
be a toolbox and multiple tools. So like market making, micro buys, volume bots. There's gonna be other things in there.
Cool, cool.
It's just gonna be a very affordable one, and it technically, I mean, I don't want to give up too much, but the coding and stuff and the way the transactions work, it should be um, profitable for the user as well. So the amount of money you get in, you'll get some back guaranteed, or even make profit on it. So that's what we're in the works. Nothing's easy. Nothing's promised just yet, but once we got more than just a beta version right now, everybody will know about it.
I'll tell you a good
That's
way to
cool.
understand it, Joe. Is it's something that I used to kind of do and be involved in, but it's a lot better.
Okay, yeah, I know, just like the other one from before.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yes,
kind of what I was asking. Like, is this that? Okay, cool,
it's different, but it'll be better. So
nice.
yeah, pay attention. Apologies. Kitty, have you got any questions?
So is this a Solana token as well, Cappy?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Everyone's on
sorry, Kitty.
Solana.
I know. You are the only base project,
I
and
am. But
sadly,
the Cappy is so cute.
there was actually a Sui project meant to come on today who couldn't make it, so you wouldn't have been like the lone wolf so much. But
Mhm.
like I say, it doesn't matter what chain you're on. We've already gone through this hurdle like many times. Like there was a time where projects would only work and network with other projects on the same chain. But why? I don't get why. Like you being able to work, it doesn't matter what chain you're on, there'll be still aspects of different projects that you can implement into your own, or even gaining that knowledge, it's still beneficial. You're not in competition with each other. The space is massive, and I just believe in kind of trying to share as much utility with one another as possible, or even if it's a paid service, do some sort of negotiating in terms of doing favors for one another while you're in such a tight knit circle, and just help each other out, because at the end of the day, the space is big enough for us all to flourish. So yeah, doesn't matter what chain, Kitty, you deserve to be here. So
I
Yeah.
agree.
And I'm so glad that I'll get to go into a women's group, because I think it's really great for us to all, like women, to stand together and support one another, and having a place where we can come together. I think that's great.
Yeah,
Um,
there's actually ladies shill nights and everything. So there's some
oh, cool.
opportunity for you to shill out some kitty as well.
Have some bows.
There's only one problem with that. You get too many of these women in one spot, and there's too much fun going on.
Hey. Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else for a second.
Pillow fight start. No.
he wanted you to believe that. He wanted you to believe that.
Yeah,
You fell
sneaky.
for it.
Mhm.
But I want to give a shout out actually to women, because I think women get quite a hard flack in this space, to be honest with you. And thankfully, there's actually more women kind of stepping up and taking a position in crypto now, which is great to see. And personally, like through my team members that I've gathered like along the way in my journey in crypto, it tends to be the women that are actually the most hardworking, and I think that's and they kind of relate to community members more so than what the males do. And I always think it's hard for women because it's like, it's not that well, I suppose it's like they've got a point to prove, but they shouldn't have to. But I think sometimes certain individuals kind of see them in a different light, which they shouldn't. So I applaud you two for basically coming into the space and doing what you're doing. Um, it's great. It's great to see, and hopefully we can kind of bring more women into it and kind of follow you guys in terms of your achievements and what you set out to do.
Some of the strongest people I know in crypto are women. Man, they're much more stable than most of the men. regardless of what the stereotypes might tell you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think women are really good holders. Like we
Yeah,
can.
well, they're loyal. They're loyal. Some will
Yeah.
call it naive, but they're always they're loyal to a fault sometimes, and
Yeah.
I could relate with that.
yeah. No, I'm
So
glad you agree because it's not me just speaking trash for the sake of speaking trash. Because like I do genuinely believe that. I do genuinely believe that women have a harder uphill battle in the space, but you know they're more than equal to the men. You know they're achieving great things. So yeah, hats off to you both. Paul, have
Yeah.
you
Thank
got
you.
any questions?
no, I mean there's some pretty good stuff on here tonight. I'm gonna have to take a little time and get into all of them over the next day or two and try and see what's going on. I mean everything sounds good. Um, I didn't hear one thing that I was bored with or not interested in. So it's hard to do.
No, and I completely agree. I mean, from the start to finish of this show, I felt exactly the same way. Like this, you know, it's been good actually that maybe we've had less projects on than maybe scheduled because we've been able to spend more time kind of going in more depth over the projects, which has been nice actually. But um, every project on here is kind of like showcase themselves to you today, and we've had the visuals up on top. You know, from what they've spoken about, you know, why wouldn't you want to get involved in these projects? But again, go on to the Telegram, do your own research, follow them on X. But we are at a hard finish now because we've been 2 hours. Um, Before we do leave, I just kind of want to say that Beans has something coming up on the 20th of April. And we really want everybody to come in and join the Telegram group. Unfortunately, RX has been suspended for trying to put handles out there in regards to the show. You know, we have no control in that, and it's just unfortunate for us at the moment. So just be careful as projects attaching other projects to posts, because we don't want that to happen to yourselves. But I just want you all to kind of take the time to come into the Beans Telegram, and that goes for all the viewers as well. We've got something really big coming up, and we can't share what it is, but you know, just stay tuned. You know, stay in there, come and feel the vibe. But also, it's going to be a great opportunity because every show that we do, we 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 kind of let the community inside the Telegram know as well. So by being situated there, you're never going to miss a show. Um, One final thank you to Franco first and foremost. You know, doing all the visuals up on screen for all the projects today. Franco's our dev at Beans. Some of you may know him, some of you may not yet, but he's a guy also that you can reach out to and support. He's a builder, and he's always open to supporting projects as well. Um, I just kind of want to say thank you personally for especially Paul coming in at short notice. I really, really appreciate it, mate. And thank you everybody else for taking the time tonight to come on for a 2 hour duration, to kind of share the space with myself and the others in here. We hope we can all kind of come together again later down the line, whether that's in the next week or in the next month. It doesn't really matter. But what we want is this to be a place of collaboration in terms of effort, in terms of networking. And you know, we do believe that it's just going to grow strength to strength. You know, over the next couple of weeks, we've got shows kind of filling up nicely, and it's not really. I don't feel under pressure in terms of it, but what we're trying to do is mix it up a little bit in terms of having shows kind of solving different narratives. So we could do shows regarding NFTs. We could do shows just focused on base projects regarding AVAX projects, Solana projects. But also what we aim to do is bring retail into the space in a way that no one's ever done before. And that is by basically reaching out to influencers across different social platforms. And it's not going to be crypto related, but it could be about a specific topic that they have an interest in together. So I always use like makeup because I've got no interest in makeup, but we could go over onto TikTok and get together a load of makeup influencers and have them in the space like you guys today, and they have a conversation with each other. They benefit because they gain each other's followers and they gain relationships together. But then what we can then do is we can bring them and their communities, their followers, into crypto, and we can also have agreements and relationships with them so they can also help share about our projects as free advertisement. Because what I hate in this space is it's so expensive to get visibility in certain areas. So if we can make a bridge where it's cheaper for projects to get that visibility in places that's hard to reach, then why not use it? And Beans can be at the center of that. And there's really is no limit because of the amount of social platforms we can stream across, as well as the radio. So that's my plan moving forward. And I want this to be accessible for all the projects that come in here and run through this show and support Beans. So I just want to kind of wrap it up at that point and just say one final thank you. And yeah, we hope to see you again soon. For all the viewers and listeners, thank you very much for tuning in, and good night. Peace.
Thanks.
DGNRadio, trenches on the radio. Radio, 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 radio. DGNRadio, trenches on the radio. Radio, 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 radio. Yo, static hits like a corner store prophet. Spitting truth through the speaker, no profit. 92 BPM, knocking boots on the concrete. Why the feds trace signals they can't delete. Horn snap cut, that's the truth in the cut. Crypto flickering green while the world's on shut. Ain't no playlist, this a frequency war. Tune in or vanish like cash through